Hello, hello, good morning. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. I'm gonna check a light. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay. So let me know if you can see and hear me. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is going to be a group energy healing where I heal 122 people this time in 9 different countries. And I talk out loud as I'm healing. So it is an all levels energy healing walkthrough if you wish to heal yourself while you watch. That's cool. We're going to be doing a lot of work that helps a lot of different issues. But the theme is creativity and self-expression. And that is actually going to be the theme of all the healings that I'm doing this month of May 2022. So the 3 triplet healings, that is, this is the first of the 3 in that set. And then there'll be 2 twin set healings after that. Those are on the 15th and the 17th of May. The theme is creativity and self-expression for all of it, that's nice. It's a very broad, really empowering theme, double theme, and we can do a lot with that. But we're gonna have to work on a lot of safety, energy safety, and wellness and presence stuff as well, because creativity and self-expression is sort of like maybe like the fruits of a tree, and so the tree has to be really healthy in order for the tree to have fruit and for the fruit to be good. So creativity and self-expression is not something that one can generally do that well when you're not so well internally. So that's why, but that's true for all the themes we do. We have to get you as well and healthy and present as possible in order to make as much progress as you might want on the theme. So anyway, should be good. I'm excited. So thank you for my confirmations. I really appreciate that. So I get lots of hellos. Hello, can see and hear you. Hi. Someone's watching from Michigan in the United States. Hello, hello. You can say where you're watching from if you wish. The country, the city, whatever you wish. Speaking of countries, the people I'm healing are in 9 different countries, and I always think that's fun and cool. And so I'm going to read out my little geeky stats of where the 120 people are this time. Of the 120 people in 9 different countries, 10 of them are kids ages 3 to 17, which I love, because not only are kids getting healings when it could really benefit them in a way that is, I don't know, kind of unique and maybe a game changer, but then too, that means they have thoughtful and open-minded parents to get them those healings, which is pretty amazing to think about just all by itself. So anyway, but then okay, so there are, of the 120 people, 93 are in the US, 11 are in Qatar, 8 are in Canada, 2 are in the United Arab Emirates, 2 are in Spain, 2 are in Luxembourg, 2 are in Bermuda, 1 each in the UK and South Korea. So hello, hello, hello to all the 122 people that I am healing this time. And also hello to everybody that's watching, even if you didn't purchase this healing, so I'm not healing you, you're just healing yourself. That's wonderful too. And hello, hello, hello. So just getting all set up here with my lists of people I'm healing. I like to be able to see everybody's name, first and last name, in case I need to read different people and make sure everybody's doing okay. And I take notes as I'm working because I put a detailed healing summary in the comment section within a day of the healing with timestamp links so that you'll be able to jump around if you want on the video and redo a part you especially like or skip a part that you've already heard and you don't need to hear again and stuff like that. So hello, thanks for my hellos. All right, so as far as what we're going to do today specifically, I know we're going to heal and repair and unblock good karma windows in the back behind the base of the skull there in each of the aura layers. We're going to just help that area have better flow, and that's good for overall presence and safety. Good karma windows. I know we're going to do work, creativity, and self-expression in a couple of different ways. One is imagining it as your spiritual path, but the part of your spiritual path that's for your creativity and self-expression. So, like a road for your creativity and self-expression, and sort of seeing the state of that road and healing it up, repairing it as needed. And I know we're gonna do we're gonna look at the neck and the mouth and your jaw and this whole area. And we're going to imagine any restrictions on your self-expression by, imagining restrictions around that area. And then as you remove those restrictions, helps you to unburden and unrestrict your own communications and self-expression. And something else. Oh, yeah. We may do like a tree image too, where we'll imagine a tree that represents your creativity and self-expression and see what that tree looks like and if it needs some help. And the space around the tree. So different sort of visual devices to imagine the state of your creativity and self-expression energy so that we can work it and heal it. So I'm looking forward to this. And it's a nice month for it, May, it's spring. I mean, the angels figured all this out. So, oh, we're getting a temperature report. So we can see and hear me from partially cloudy 66 degrees Evergreen, Colorado. Hello. Yeah, we're definitely not that warm here right now. And we're very cloudy. But the trees are very chartreuse green, like a really pretty green. Kind of like that. The background of my live stream screen with the ferns. That's kind of how it looks like outside right now. So this is happy spring. Thank you. You too. Happy spring. Thank you for this healing. You're welcome. All right. Excellent. Well, let's do the 2 or 3 minutes of quiet time where I'm finishing prep and saying hi telepathically, non-verbally to the people that I'm about to heal. And then I'll start the healing also during that quiet time. Just so I can really focus on it without talking. And then after about 2 or 3 minutes from now, I'll start talking and the walkthrough proceeds from there. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the 2 or 3 minutes of quiet as well. And thank you for your patience. Oh, we'll also be doing muscles of the physical body. Healing muscles, like muscle soreness, muscle tension, all sorts of good stuff, energy flow within the muscles of the body. It should be fun. light is too bright. There we go. All right, thank you so much for waiting. So when you heal yourself, go ahead and make a copy out in front of you of what you're healing. It's not the only way to heal yourself, but I think it's a good way. So you just imagine a copy of what you're healing out in front of you. You don't have to be able to see energy yet. You create it with your thought or your intention. So your copy out in front of you would be of all your auras, and your physical and astral body would be inside that. And then you have your grounding, your connection to the core of the earth. And you're making a mini copy so that you can see the whole connection all the way down to the core of the earth, because you want to make sure it flows and it's very wide. So let's focus on that grounding for a little bit first. So like I said, your grounding is your connection to the core of the earth. So go ahead and make it as wide as you can, as wide as your whole aura. Not as wide as you can, just as wide as your whole aura, which would be about the heel of the palm of your hand if you stretch out your arms. So you can test out all three grounding colors that could be fine. Red grounding, and then orange grounding, and then yellow grounding. See which one provides you with more relief, more downward flow. And then you have your mini copy out in front of you of your grounding, and you just comb through it. And the point of using your hands is that your hands generate energy. You have a big hand chakra in the palm of each hand, as well as fingertip chakras, one in each fingertip. And chakras have round openings. And you imagine those round openings, and you set the whole chakra to be a metallic gold color with your intention. If you can't see, that's fine. Just use your thought or your intention. So you set all those, the hand chakras and the fingertip chakras, to metallic gold, and unblock them. Just let them spin and generate energy, which is what they do naturally. So since they're a metallic gold color, that's then the color that they're generating, which is a really nice color for unblocking and repairing and healing. So when you comb through, that's what you're doing. You're using that gold light to melt away energy blocks that are in your grounding. So you could just sweep together a bunch of energy blocks that are in your grounding. Even if you can't see them, you do that with your intention. And then you saturate them with so much gold light that they melt away. And then you can do that. The snoring is one of my dogs. You can do that some more. Find some more energy blocks in your grounding, sweep them all into the same place, and then surround them in so much gold light that they melt away. So I had said in the intro that creativity and self-expression, it's much more likely that you're going to be using these energies and able to use those energies if you have your space, if you take up your space, you have presence and flow. You're not kind of like imploded and smushed, right? So as you go through your grounding, just if you want to increase your creativity and self-expression, well, then increase your level of flow and presence in all the things that we're going to be healing, right? So increase your flow and presence in your grounding. Just wash out the blocks. Like, think about right at the bottom of your grounding where it touches the core of the earth, and melt away if any blocks have built up there right at the bottom. Let those melt away. All right, so that was grounding. So then indie grounding. With indie grounding, you again imagine you're grounding, but you imagine the outer surface of it, and you melt away any connections that are plugged into your grounding. And typically that would be other people trying to connect their grounding into yours, but that makes everybody's grounding work less, and so it doesn't help anybody. So just go ahead and melt away those connections. And you can remind the people that might be around your grounding, hey, go check your own grounding. Go ask your angels for help with grounding. It's going to help you have a better day. Go take a deep breath. Go check your grounding. Go check your body. And we can do a little bit more grounding on blocking. Just imagine energy blocks in your grounding that tend to bother you, because like sometimes you might be thinking, well, I think I got them all. But then think of specific scenarios, like, well, when I'm trying to do XYZ, what blocks are getting in my way in my grounding? Like when I'm trying to go to bed on time, what are the energy blocks in my grounding that are triggered at that time? When I'm trying to leave the house on time, what are the energy blocks that get triggered? When I'm trying to be creative and express myself, what are the energy blocks that trigger in my grounding? And just melt those away. All right, great. So that was indie grounding and then a little bit more unblocking grounding, just because why not? I noticed that some people needed more. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna plug my laptop in, which I forgot to do. Hold on one sec. There we go, much better. Oops. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's do aura repair. And we'll do all 17 auras at once, just because why not? So 17 auras, that sounds kind of ridiculous, but it's true. There's the 2 regular auras, the one that your chakras along your physical body spine generate, that's your physical body aura, and it has 7 layers to it. And then your astral body aura is generated by your 7 major chakras along your astral body spine, and that has 7 layers to it. But then there are 15 auras that are extra. They're called Wei Qi auras. Wei Qi is your protective, defensive boundaries, strong boundaries energy. And those are gold, flowy force fields. They don't have layers to them or chakras. They're just cool, flowy force fields. So, but they're all in the same place. So you just imagine them all at once, a copy of your 17 auras out in front of you, and just imagine like which ones are ripped up, which ones are blocked up, which ones are just fine, and just kind of allow your imagination to give you little bits of info about that. And use gold light and comb through all your 17 auras. Obviously, you don't want rips in your aura, any of your auras. And you want to repair all the work that we're doing. You want to have the intention to heal and unblock and repair as much as is healthy and gentle to do right now. So then one way to make sure you get as many rips as possible repaired is to use a composite copy technique. So you imagine one rip that represents all the rips in your 17 auras that are healthy and gentle to repair right now. And so you imagine that one rip, maybe it looks like a big valley. You know, it would be like on the edge of your, starting in the edge of your aura, going in, maybe in the back behind your head. But anyway, this is a composite copy rip that represents all the rips that you're going to repair right now. And just wash it out with lots of gold light. Get really deep in there. And we're going to use sticky gold wax to make sure we get it fully cleaned out before we, so that the repair works as well as possible. So just fill it up with gold light from your hands, but make it with your intention sticky gold wax, meaning that it hardens around whatever's not you, so that you can get rid of it all at once, all the junk that has built up in your rips. So you get the sticky gold wax in there, and then you lift out the wax and the junk together. Angels, here you go. And you can do that one more time. Fill it up with sticky gold wax, and then lift out the wax and the junk. Angels, here you go. And now you should be able to repair it fully. Just keep using lots of gold light as the rip gets more and more shallow, more repaired. So then aura scarring is some leftover hardness and bumpiness where you did have damage. And we don't want the scarring to stay there because that's less strong. So you can imagine all your aura scarring in one place, just like put it all together. All the aura scarring in any of your 17 auras. And just melt it away with gold light. And then just keep breathing. Take your time. If you have any left over, just say, angels, help me heal that. All right, so aura bruising is another thing that you can have where typically it would be in those 2 regular auras that have 7 layers. Because if you get energy thrown at you and it doesn't fully rip your aura, it can still kind of bounce around in the layers and like catch in the blocked energy that you already have and create like these big sheets of hardness in multiple layers. So that's aura bruising. So just imagine all the aura bruising in one place, like put it all together. That's healthy and gentle for you to heal right now, and just melt away the bruising with gold light. And you might more commonly have bruising around like an area where you have some physical soreness, somewhere in your body. But it doesn't have to be where you have physical soreness. Like if it's some bruising in the outer layers, maybe it wouldn't cause physical discomfort yet. But anyway, just melt it all away. If you have any leftovers, say, angels, help me heal that. Okay, so that was basic repair of all the 17 auras, plus melting away aura scarring and aura bruising. Let's do we'll do 2 techniques which are typically used for removing invasive beings. So you're a very giant, mighty, eternal being. So just remind yourself of that when we talk about beings. You know, you're the biggest one. So, you know, and your angels are obviously more capable than any of these invasive beings that we're talking about. So it's just sort of like a take out the trash kind of situation. It's not like, you know, oh my gosh, I'm scared of my garbage can, you know. It's just sort of a chore to do that, you know, you don't have to resist. It's just good for maintenance. So it's, you know, like putting, if you have some vegetable that's sort of spoiled in your fridge and you're not going to eat it, you know, you want to get rid of it and put it outside in your compost pile or something. Right? So the equivalent of that is your angels will recycle these invasive beings so that they're not going to bother anybody else, and they won't bother you anymore. So let's use gold nets to remove some of these invasive beings. So you imagine a mini copy of you. So like all your auras, your grounding, your body is in there, your astral body, your physical body. And so make big gold nets, like a big cube of gold nets that go all the way down to the center of the earth. They go up way above you, all around you. And just have the nets close in, the gold nets, and tangle up whatever's not you. So it could be people too, but also all the invasive beings that you're ready to get rid of, and just have them tangled up in the net, and then remove all that mess and say, angels, here you go. Okay, let's do that again. So that was collapsing gold nets. We'll do it a second time. So just imagine a mini you, all your auras, your physical body, your astral body, your groundings, physical and astral body grounding, and just big cube of gold netting all the way down to the core of the earth, behind you, in front of you, above you, all around. and you're going to collapse it in and have it tangle up anything that's not you, especially the invasive beings, and then just get all of that out in the nets and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And let's do vacuum boxes, which is also good for getting rid of people out of your space, but also invasive beings. Remember, you're the giant one, so don't worry. So a vacuum box is a 3D object, like a little temporary cube that you're making that works like a vacuum to suck up invasive beings and other people's energy that's around the box. And so you put them in your space and you turn them all on at once with a handy dandy remote control, and they suck up all the beings that you're ready to get rid of, and then you ask your angels to get rid of all the boxes and all whatever's in it. So just make a bunch of vacuum boxes in your grounding, and then around the outside of your grounding, and then and if that's confusing, you're like, well, I can't make them that fast, you know, just sort of think it like, I made a whole bunch, you know, and say, angels, help me do this. You could do that too, say, angels, help me do this. But anyway, so you make vacuum boxes in your grounding, around your grounding, around the outside of your auras, inside your auras, anywhere you want, in front of all your major chakras along your spine, behind all your major chakras along your spine. How about behind and in front of your neck and shoulders and chest, above your head and your aura, and above the top of your aura. And one more place, imagine your spiritual path. So your spiritual path that helps you with creativity and self-expression, but also just anything about your life. Your spiritual path helps you to be on track and move forward. So just imagine a whole bunch of vacuum boxes behind you, around you, above you, in front of you on your path. And you can turn them on all at once with your handy dandy remote control. And then you just let the boxes work, you know, so they'll like suck up what's around them that's not you. And you can give that a little moment to work while you maybe have your healthy beverage moment. And then you can just say, angels, can you please recycle my vacuum boxes? And that's easy for angels to do, so you don't have to worry about it. So just give them a moment to get that done. So now comb through your space, your auras, your chakras, your body systems, your grounding. See how that feels. See if you can feel any before and after. Oh, and go ahead and redo your gold buffer zones. And there'll be an 18-minute reference video below that I will link about that. Gold buffer zones, they help slow the rate of aura damage if you use them correctly. And that 18-minute video teaches you how. It's pretty simple once you learn. All right. Okay, so that was aura repair plus extras. Aura repair plus melting aura scarring, melting aura bruising, and using gold nets and vacuum boxes to get rid of invasive beings and other people. And then gold buffer zones. So now let's do chakra repair. Chakra repair and unblocking. And that is a really practical thing to do, and it's really easy to do, chakra repair and unblocking, especially if you do the major and the minor chakras, which includes the chakras inside your energy channels in your neck and shoulders and inside your legs, because if those are smashed up, A, it's pretty easy for them to get smashed up, and B, if they're smashed up, it's harder for you to be present, and so you can feel kind of like vulnerable and sort of spacey. Just because you have chakra damage that is fixed really easily. So let's do that. So you just imagine, we'll do composite copy technique. So you imagine one chakra that represents all your major and minor chakras, especially ones in your shoulders and your legs and your hips. So the basic shape of a chakra is an open cylinder. So there's the cylinder and round opening, right? So just imagine an open cylinder representing all your major and minor chakras, and go ahead and really saturate it in lots and lots and lots and lots of gold light. Melt away any cords going into these chakras. Just the first chakra cord to your young children. If you're a parent of like a kid that's 13 or younger, you can keep the first chakra cord. But the other cords, I would suggest you melt away. And if your kids are adults, it's not going to help them get their life together if you cord them at the first chakra. the benefit window has expired. Sorry about that. So lots of gold light through this composite copy of all your major and minor chakras. Damage to these chakras can look like cracks, holes, chunks missing, holes that don't belong there, scratches. So you don't want any of that. Just let the gold light repair everything. You can imagine the energy blocks inside or around the chakra too, and just as you repair, you can melt energy blocks as well. And again, keep on blocking, and you can give those blocks to your angels. You just lift out the energy blocks. Angels, here you go. Lift them out. Angels, here you go. Because sometimes a chakra can be so blocked that it doesn't fully repair. So, and then we can just do more unblocking because it helps with everything. So imagine any energy blocks in the way of your creativity and self-expression that are in any of these chakras, and just lift out those blocks. Give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. And of course, keep that intention healthy and gentle. You know, you can always do more later with your angels in your sleep, or again with the video later. So just do what's healthy and gentle to do right now. So again, imagine this composite copy of all your major and minor chakras, which would include all sorts of acupuncture points everywhere in your body. So lift out any energy blocks in the way of your creativity and self-expression. Lift out the blocks, give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. You can also blow them up if you're healing yourself. If you prefer that, that's kind of fun. If you're healing someone else, you cannot, well, I would advise you not to blow up someone else's energy blocks. That's a little too bossy. So again, lift out energy blocks in the way of your creativity and self-expression. Blow them up or give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Lift out the energy blocks. Angels, here you go. All right, great. Good job. So that was chakra repair and unblocking of all the major and minor chakras. Wait, just six. That was just 6 minutes long. I want to do a little bit of GV and CV repair and unblocking too. Those are, your body has a bunch of different energy meridians that are sort of named and mapped out in traditional Chinese medicine. And of all those meridians, there are 2 that kind of help to manage those meridians, and those 2 that manage them, we could just heal those 2, and that kind of gives you a lot of benefit for a small amount of effort, I think. And it also, one specific benefit is it helps your immune system, like say if you're sick or you think you're getting sick or you just don't feel like you have your act together right now. So the GV meridian stands for governing vessel meridian. Starts in the crotch, goes up the midline of the back, hooks around the head to the roof of the mouth. So that's the GV meridian for governing vessel. The CV meridian starts in the crotch and goes up the midline of the front and ends in the tip of the tongue. So that one's CV meridian, conception vessel meridian. And so the GV meridian up the back around the head, that helps to manage the yang meridians, and the CV meridian going up the midline of the front helps to manage your yin meridians. So anyway, then the energy naturally travels upward for both of these meridians. So you can just imagine them like your life force going up them is red, and maybe some energy blocks would be other colors, white or black on these meridians. And the meridians are kind of like tubes that ideally have like a river flowing within them. And so you don't want any rips in the tubes. You don't want any slices or cuts or holes in the tubes, which would be leaking. So you just sort of imagine the natural flow of these 2 meridians and just observe and heal and repair with gold light from your hands. And again, that GV one is straight up and it hooks around kind of like a candy cane. And then the CV meridian is just straight up the midline of your front. And when they start in the crotch and then they start to travel upward, you could have blockages right there at the start of these meridians. And that's no fun, so let's melt those. And again, you can definitely have scarring on these meridians. So like maybe if they're not currently leaking, but they can have sort of burnt out gash looking things, like scars, burnt looking scars. So just anything doesn't look sort of red and flowy. But you don't have to see, just use gold light and your intention and melt away the scars. So it's all red and flowing, and it's like a closed circuit. The energy just goes through the tube. It doesn't leak out everywhere. And you can have invasive beings that have noticed that your meridians are leaking energy and just like stay there stealing energy. So if you have any of that, you might notice, just do maybe like a collapsing gold nets around your CV and GV meridian, and just have the collapsing gold nets tangle up anything that's not you. Drag it out. Angels, here you go. Deep breath. And again, collapsing gold nets all around your GV and CV meridians, and collapse them in to tangle up anything that's not you. Drag that out, angels, here you go. And you can spin around your copy, make sure you're seeing all the angles that you want to see or imagining. And again, we're doing what's healthy and gentle to do right now. You can always do this more again later. So with creativity and self-expression, there's sort of a yang part of that where you have to be, you can't be so smushed, you know, you have to sort of own your space, and then, you know, the inspiration can come to you to be creative and to express yourself. If you're so out of balance that you're just more passive and the world is kind of in your space mushing you, then, you know, obviously creativity isn't going to flourish. So you need these two healthy and in balance, your yin and your yang, just so that you can kind of own and be present. All right, so that was just a little bit of GV and CV meridian repair work. And then we did the collapsing gold nets. We can do a little bit of extra with unblocking. So just imagine those two meridians still, and imagine any energy blocks in or around them that are messing with your creativity and your self-expression, and just move out those energy blocks and give them to the angels. Angels, here you go. So again, imagine your GV and your CV meridian, and the energy blocks might be like crustiness around the meridian, or it might be like muddy blockages inside the meridians. And so you just move out the energy blocks that are healthy and gentle to move out right now, and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Or you can blow them up. And anything that affects your physical body, that makes it even more important to have that intention. You want to do what's healthy and gentle to do right now. So one more time, imagine any energy blocks that are healthy and gentle to move out of GV and CV meridians that would help your creativity and your self-expression. Imagine those blocks and move them out. Move them out. Angels, here you go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And sometimes at the base of them where they start out, that limiting energy can compress the whole meridian itself. So melt away any of that compression energy at the start of the meridian, so that the meridian itself can be as thick, as wide, and have as much capacity of flowing as it needs to have. Like, so it's not a skinny river, it can be a really kind of a wide river with lots of your energy able to flow through it. So what are we doing? We're healing the start of those two meridians, especially to remove any sort of compression, restrictive energy that is smushing the entire meridian. Just burned away with gold light, melted away with gold light. Or just move it out. Angels, here you go. Move out some more of that. Angels, here you go. So that way the whole meridian itself can kind of broaden out and relax and have more flow, more volume of energy flow. All right, good job. Woohoo! So that was extra GBCV work, some unblocking, so that you have a greater capacity. More energy could go in there if needed. Capacity. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's see. So that was about 9 minutes. Okay, let's do good karma windows. It's a nice way to release some pressure in your head, even in your sinuses, the back of your skull, your neck, and just get you more present. So good karma windows are in the back here behind your neck and the base of your skull. And they're just little windows. There's one per aura layer. And they have a triple frame on them, and they're the color of that aura layer. So, I mean, if you've worked with me before, you already have set your, let's see. Yeah, I think the angels did it too when people sleep. But just, I guess, as a conscious reminder of what you've already done with the angels as preparation for this set. Any of the 120 people have done it, but your first chakra at the base of your spine, it's nice. You don't have to, but it's a nice, it works to use rainbow colors. So like red down here, purple up here, you know, so red first chakra. So you can just use your imagination, pick your favorite shade of red for your first chakra, and just with your intention set it to your favorite shade of red. And then your second chakra below your belly button. Your first chakra, by the way, is courage, safety, and abundance. For your second chakra below your belly button, like an inch or two of emotional wellness, sexuality, and sensuality, you can set that to your favorite shade of orange. For your third chakra, which is below your sternum bone where your ribs meet, you can set that to your favorite shade of yellow. That's for productivity and finishing projects, starting projects, quality of sleep also, having enough energy. Fourth chakra in the center of the chest, you can set that to your favorite shade of green. It generates an energy of enthusiasm, motivation, gratitude, having a healthy balance between your awareness of your needs and other people's needs. Your throat chakra, fifth chakra, for communications, self-expression. Also inner voice, peace of mind, and hearing your angels. So you can set that to your favorite shade of like a light blue or medium blue. Your sixth chakra, behind your forehead, for clairvoyance, seeing energy, either consciously or subconsciously. Also for non-judgment. So you can set that to your favorite shade of like a deeper blue, maybe cobalt blue. And then your seventh chakra in your head, in the top of your head, for confidence, goals, identity, empowerment. You can set that to your favorite shade of purple. I do have a 2-page chakra handout, which is an email attachment. I could email people that would basically go over that kind of thing, the colors, the locations, what each chakra helps you with. That's free. I could email it to anybody if you just email me and ask for it. Again, that would be the free 2-page chakra handout. So anyway, so those are the colors of your chakras. So that's first what we just did. Colors of chakras. Alrighty. So then, good karma windows. So each of the aura layers, of your 7 aura layers of your regular auras, have the color of that chakra. So say your 4th chakra, which you set to your favorite shade of green for self-love, enthusiasm, motivation. That means that it's going to create energy at that color. So then your 4th layer, all your energy that's going out your 4th chakra and filling up your 4th layer would be that color. So then if you look at your 4th layer, imagine it, whatever's not that green is definitely not you. So you can just clear it out with gold light. So then if you look back here at the good karma windows, the location of each one, each window would be that color of that aura layer. So a red window, orange window, yellow window, green, light blue, deep blue, purple. You don't really have to see colors though, it's just FYI, those are the colors that they are. So use gold light and comb through and repair these windows because they can get completely smashed. Like people can just throw a lot of energy at them and then they break. So you want the triple frame and the sort of the translucent pane to be nice and flowy in the color of that aura layer. But you don't have to make it, just use gold light and it will recreate itself. So you're just using gold light to repair your good karma windows. And sometimes people not only throw energy, blasts of energy, but they throw hard energy objects with it, like spears and stuff. So we could just sticky gold wax the whole area and have it stick to any hard objects that are still there, and sticky gold wax the back of your head as well, and your neck and your shoulders around here. So sticky gold wax that whole area too for any hard objects stuck there, but also hard objects stuck in the good karma window areas. And just lift out the wax with the junk, angels, here you go. Again, sticky gold wax the whole area again, and lift out the wax with the junk, angels, here you go. So now again, repair those good karma windows with lots of gold light. And this is a nice area to do collapsing gold nets. So collapsing gold nets, just collapse in anything that's not you, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. More collapsing gold nets around your good karma window area. Collapse the nets, tangle up everything that's not you, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And if you need to give yourself a little physical massage of that area, why not? You can imagine like a red grounding cord for the whole back of your skull, back of your neck. And just release any pressure built up there down that red grounding cord. Again, feel free to take a minute to stretch that whole area. So that was good karma window repair and unblocking. All right. Let's do manifestation wings. Does tend to be popular. I'm hearing some telepathic screams. Yay! So manifestation wings are a part of you as an eternal spirit. They look like angel wings when they are healed and functioning. If they're all damaged and not yet restored to their glory, they can look kind of sad, like burnt bat wings or something. But so it doesn't mean you're an angel, you know. I've talked to people sometimes that get all confused about, they think they're angels because they saw their manifestation wings. That's not what that means. But anyway, so they connect to your astral body right, you know, around here in the upper back, and they get starter energy, I call it, through this natural energy flow down your neck and shoulders, inside your neck and shoulders. They get some of that starter energy to kind of get them going, and then they generate, your manifestation wings generate their own lots and lots of gold light when they're really revving up. So you just imagine your back, your neck, and your shoulders, and where that part where your manifestation wings connect, and you can go ahead and unblock that so that the starter energy makes it into your manifestation wings. So just use gold light. Melt away the blockages right here as the energy leaves, some of the energy leaves the neck and shoulder channels and goes into the manifestation wings. And the manifestation wings, they can just be like, you know, go straight down, or that you can stretch them out, kind of like your arms. So sometimes that's nice to stretch them out. So that way maybe you can see some damage more easily. See the energy flow, see if any of that's blocked. I just use gold light to repair. You can have energy, blocked energy sort of on top of them, or like underneath them, in between like the back of your shoulder and the front of your wing. So you can have crusty blockages everywhere. So just go all around and just, you can blow them up if you're healing yourself, or you can just, you know, take them out, give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. And again, your intention is, I like to only see what's healthy and gentle to clear. That way I can't like accidentally clear too much. But your intention is, you know, do what's healthy and gentle to do right now. So lift out the blockages around your wings. Angels, here you go. Lift out more blockages. Angels, here you go. All right, so that was a little quick manifestation, heal, unblock, and repair. I have I think it's like 47 minutes or 49 minutes, something like that, of just manifestation wing work. If you are really motivated. um, and it's also in sections, so you could do like just a third of it or something, you know. It has little sections of, you know, getting more and more in depth on manifestation wing work. But anyway, so that was a little 4-minute version of manifestation wing work. But they generate a lot of gold light, which helps you to kind of own your power. You know, if you don't have a lot of energy, it's easy to sort of crumple up and be passive. We don't want that. I'm doing a teeny bit on creative rings as well, above your head. Just a little bit of repair and unblocking of those. So just imagine there are 3 gold rings, 1, 2, 3, above your astral body head, and you can just make a copy of them out in front of you and repair them. They can just get completely shattered to bits, or they could just have a couple little cracks in them. As far as what the damage is like. And melt any cords going into your creative rings. There's no good reason for any cords going into your manifestation rings. Creative rings, sorry. Or manifestation rings. So we're doing creative ring repair, and we're melting away cords out of your creative rings. And then unblocking, just imagine the energy blocks in and around your creative rings and just lift those out. Give your angels, angels, here you go. And again, healthy and gentle. So imagine the energy blocks that are healthy and gentle to remove from your creative rings. Just lift out those blocks. Angels, here you go. And you can invert the copy, so you see the undersides of them, and repair the undersides of the creative rings too. That's nice. Because you can get like scratches and stuff on the underside of them. You can turn the coffee back right side up. And just melt away the blockages. You can maybe do sticky gold wax around all your creative rings and the top of your 7th chakra, the top of your head, all the meridians in the top of your head. Maybe so I'll get those too. So sticky gold wax in the top of your head and your 7th chakra and in your creative rings. So let the wax stick to anything that you need to get rid of. And just move all the wax and the junk out. Angels, here you go. One more time, sticky gold wax the top of your head and your 7th chakra and your creative rings. And just let the wax stick to whatever is not you that you want to get rid of and move it out. Angels, here you go. So just breathe for a sec, see how that feels. So again, that was some creative ring unblocking. Repair and unblocking. Let's do muscles. So the muscles of your physical body, they're really important. And you might not really think about your muscles, except kind of at weird times. You know, like say if you have a muscle strain, then you're really going to be aware of how important your muscles are. Or say at some point in your life, you know, you have to lift something heavy and you're like, ooh, I thought I could do that. My muscles aren't as strong as I thought they were, you know, or maybe the opposite. Maybe you've been working out and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so strong and powerful. I haven't felt that lately, but I aspire to feel that soon. So anyway, muscles, physical body muscles are really, 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 really important. And they're good for energy flow too. So when they're really flowing, it helps you as a spirit be more present in your physical body. And therefore helps your manifesting, helps your wellness. So it's a physical, very rational, practical thing, but also a spiritual thing. So just imagine a copy of your body out in front of you, your physical body, and just imagine all the muscles. And you don't have to know exactly what they look like, but just imagine them and run gold light through them. You can bring up red earth energy too and soak all your muscles in red earth energy. Nice little spa moment for your muscles. And you have muscles all over, you know, even in your skull, your jaws, your shoulders, your neck, your arms, your shoulders, your back, your tummy, your lower back, your hips, your legs, your feet, your knees, everywhere. Muscles, tendons. So just gold light through that all and try to get a sense with your imagination of like, what are you holding in your muscles? Is there some sort of a stress that you're holding in your muscles? Are you holding fear? Are you holding anger, resentment? And just use gold light and try to breathe into that and release it. And you don't have to, you know, go into a big, like, cathartic thing about it. Just wash it out with the gold light. One thing a body can do, a physical body, is it can absorb energy from the people it's around, like even in the neighborhood, the community, the country. So your body may have absorbed some fears or some resentments or some anger or something, some sadness from people that you're around. So you can wash all that out. Just anything that your body took on from other people. And in your muscles and your tendons, just let that wash out. And lower back might be a common place for people to have for muscle awareness issues. So So we're going to heal the lower back, but also the two aura layers right behind it, first layer and second layer. And, you know, the Wei Chi aura is right behind it. So lower back muscles and the aura behind it. And just lots of repair, clean it out. And of course, your lower back muscles are connected up to, you know, it's all interrelated. So like your ankles and your shoulders and your lower back. So you don't want to be overly focused on a certain area, but it is nice to do as well. What I mean is you don't want to only focus on a certain area. You want to also sort of see the big picture as well. So deep breath, relax. Breathe into your muscles, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Same thing with the front, the tummy area, the intestines, and the aura layers directly in front of your intestines and your stomach. Same thing, you can heal those muscles extra, and your intestines and your stomach, and your aura layers right in front of that whole area. So like all in here and in front of here. Just a little extra healing there. You may find that that's a place where people dump energy, is right in front of your stomach area. So you can just melt away all the dumped energy from people. Or you can just, you know, do like a collapsing gold nets in that whole area in your intestines and the area in front of your stomach. And just collapsing gold net, get rid of anything that's not you. Angels, here you go. Another time, collapsing gold nets, get rid of anything that's not you. Angels, here you go. One thing we did that was nice last time was we did it to relieve some shoulder tension. We healed the first layer, like right in front and behind the shoulders, and the hips in the first layer. The first layer in front of and behind the hips. So, because a lot of times if you have like a plate of energy blocking you and blocking up your shoulder flow, there'll be a plate of energy in the back of your first layer and also a very similar plate in the back of your hips. So if you get them both, it's a lot more powerful. So just imagine in front of and behind your shoulders in your first layer, and in front of and behind your hips in your first layer. And just get a sense of the blocks there that are healthy and gentle to get rid of. And if you're healing yourself, you could blow them up, you could melt them with gold light, you could just lift them out, give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. So again, the plates of energy, blocked energy in your first layer, around your shoulders and around your hips. And just lift them out. Angels, here you go. Lift them out. Angels, here you go. Another nice thing to do, so that was first layer around unblock, first layer around shoulders and hips. Another thing that I want to do is filaments, chakra filaments. So you imagine chakra filaments, they're cords, but they're good cords, they're you. So sometimes when I say cords, people only think of cords from other people. So I call them filaments then. So I don't know, just so people don't have that negative association with filament, even though it's the same idea. So you imagine your 7 physical body chakras, kind of like how they are in your body, but you don't have to imagine your body. You can just see the chakras or imagine them if you can't see energy yet. So the chakras are oriented, you know, like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The round opening is in the front and the back, right? So they're oriented this way. And then the 7th chakra is oriented this way, with the round opening at the top and the bottom. So it's in there. It's not very big, but it's very powerful. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and astral body 7 chakras same way, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you have 7 physical body chakras, 7 astral body chakras, and what connects them together is the filaments. So if you're asleep, you know, and your astral body is on the astral because your physical body is asleep in bed, then those filaments of course stretch out so that you can still have that really good communication with your physical body as you're sleeping. Sometimes that's why you'll wake up, you know, if you have a nightmare, because your body's having this really unpleasant experience, and the filaments will give you that heads up and then you come back. But anyway, when you're awake, the filaments are still important to have energy flow, to carry that energy back and forth. Even if you're fully present, they're still useful. So just imagine your chakras separate right now. You can still be fully present, but imagine them separate, and then the filaments so that you can see them. And so the filament, you can set it to the color that of the energy it carries, or just naturally see what color it is. Like, you know, if your filament, you know, the 7th chakra to 7th chakra filament, if you have both of your 7th chakras at purple, then the natural color for that filament would be purple. And so just, but you don't have to think of color so much. You could just think of like flow or not flowing or blocked, and just melt away any cords from other people that are going into these filaments, of course. You burn those out with gold light. That's an especially invasive thing to do if someone's cording your filaments. So just melt away all the cords going into your filaments. Even if you have like a young child, there's no reason to cord their filaments. There's no reason for them to cord your filaments. So you want these filaments to be kind of like what earlier when we healed and repaired GB and CB Meridian. They're like tubes, flowy tubes with a river in them. And so you want the tube to be whole with no gashes, no leaks, and you want the river to be nice and flowing inside. You may need extra help with the lower chakra filaments, so like 3, 2, and 1. Maybe a little extra repair, a little extra unblocking. Okay, great. And then you can just imagine, you know, make sure you're fully present, because sometimes when you imagine them separate, you get a little, you actually become not present. Just, I guess, I don't know why, but you can just blow up the copies and get present, get fully present. You imagine your astral body legs and your physical body legs. Imagine your astral body arms and your physical body arms. Imagine everything just kind of fitting in as much as you can. Deep breath. Check your grounding again. Check your grounding, make sure it might have gotten narrow again, so just comb it out so that it expands again as wide as your whole aura. Or just recreate it so that it's as wide as your whole aura. All right, so now we're going to, I mean, that all was really helpful for our theme, creativity and self-expression, especially we did some unblocking extra for all that. But now what we're doing is very, very specifically for creativity and self-expression. Let's do the path. It's like your spiritual path, but it's theme related. Your spiritual path is something you can always imagine, and it's just for you. Everyone has their own unique path, even if you're, you know, have a wonderful husband or wife, or you have a, you know, wonderful family or whatever. Every family member, every person has their own unique spiritual path. It represents what you're here to do and learn and experience in this lifetime. So you imagine you and your spiritual path and see, are you on your road? Are you moving forward on your road? How are you doing? What's it like for you to be on your road right now? And I guess first we can do a general unblocking, not just for the theme. So just your regular spiritual path, which represents all that you're meant to learn and experience in this life. How are you doing? Are you moving forward on your path? Are you even on your path? Are you along the side of your path, kind of sitting down, overwhelmed? How are you doing? And you can give a healing to yourself on your path, whatever you're doing. Just give to this little mini you that's on your path, give run gold light through that part of you. And then just run gold light throughout your spiritual path. Lots of gold light to unblock it and wash out anything that's not you, that's healthy and gentle to clear right now. And you can get blocks in your path from people that are very, very well intentioned, like, you know, a parent who's really nice, or a sibling, or an ex, or a current partner. They just might not understand that if they dump stuff on your path, it's going to block you up. Maybe they're thinking it's like inspiration for you or something. So you just wash everything out from other people that's on your path. Including other people. Like, they're not allowed to be on your path. It's not going to help. It's just going to confuse things. So you can say, hey, go check out your own path. Go have your angels, you know, help you with your spiritual path. I'm good. Thank you so much. Thanks for your support, but I need to be on my path all by myself. Of course, it doesn't mean that you can't have those people in your life, or you can't, you know, have strong relationships with them. It's just that there are certain areas of one's spirit that are truly just for you. And if you let people into those areas, you kind of lose yourself, and you lose your individuality. So lots of gold light. Just wash everybody out to the extent that's healthy and gentle to do. Okay, so just check out that, the results of your work. Look at you on your path. Are you moving forward? How are you doing? Okay, and then, so that was just a general path. And then we'll do specifically for the theme. So you imagine sort of a different version of your path that just implies, just shows you your creativity experiences and your self-expression experiences and how you're doing with that. So your creativity and self-expression road, let's say. And you could separate it out and have a creativity road and a self-expression road, but they're such complementary energies. I don't know that that would really be beneficial. So we're just going to do both at once. So your creativity and self-expression road. And how does it look? Are you on it? Are you moving forward? Are you overwhelmed? What's going on with it? It might look like a war zone. Maybe you're currently being bombed on your creativity and self-expression road. So just see, or maybe it looks like it. So there was a war, but there's not an ongoing war. So there's just like big holes everywhere. So I guess first things first, if there's some kind of ongoing battle, you can clean people out of your creativity and self-expression path. You don't have to tolerate being punished or attacked on your path. So just maybe a big gold net all around your path, and just catch up anybody or anything that's throwing energy at you and wrap it up in the netting, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Again, another big collapsing gold nets all around your path. Just get rid of anything that's throwing energy at you. Angels, here you go. And again, this is your creativity and self-expression path for this lifetime. So now just, now that maybe it's not a current war zone, check it out again. Is it a current war zone? Are you getting energy thrown at you currently? But say you've handled that. If you haven't, you just repeat that. More gold nets, more asking your angels for help with it. But now you can just, gold light and fix the results. Fix whatever happened from being attacked or from being dumped on. Just melt it all away with gold light, repair it. And that part of you that's on this creativity and self-expression path might just be overwhelmed, might not know where to, like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. So just be like sort of the big older sister, big sister, big mentor of that part of you, and just be like, oh, it's easy, and just take up in your hands all the junk that's good to get rid of right now and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Pick it all up. Angels, here you go. So, don't be that overwhelmed part of you on the path. Just be the mentor part, the healer mentor part of yourself, and just lift all that up. Say, hey, look at this, it's easy, and give it to your angels. And just more gold light. And again, just lift all the blockages that are healthy and gentle to clear right now. Lift them all up. Say, hey, how easy this is. And angels, here you go. All right, and then just see the difference. Look at you on your creativity and self-expression path, and how are you doing? And you can give energy healing flowers to this part of you that's on your creativity and self-expression path, because it could be that you're not used to having this kind of freedom, so it can be, any shift can be stressful, even if it's a good shift. So you want to comfort yourself and nurture yourself with some energy healing flowers. So just make energy healing flowers for this part of you on your creativity and self-expression path. Whatever healing energy you need right now, make it in flowers or balls of rainbow colored light if you prefer. And say, angels, can you check my flowers? And then you can give them at a respectful distance to this part of you that's on your path, and see if that part of you wants the flowers. And it can be that this part of you maybe just needs like decompression time, and doesn't need to create 5 things today. Just maybe that part of you needs to breathe and be like, wow, this is weird to have my own space. Maybe that part of you just needs to get used to it. So again, lots of gold light on your creativity and self-expression path. And go ahead and be aware of some weird energy block or burden on your creativity and self-expression path that you didn't notice before. And just notice this weird burden that you didn't see before, and just do gold light through it and just hand it to your angels. Angels, here you go. All right, good job. So that was healing and unblocking your spiritual path, both your general spiritual path and also specific to this theme of creativity and self-expression. Good job. So now let's look at self-expression maybe a little more specifically. So self-expression is communication, but it's not always with words. It can be with like the clothes you wear, how you have your hair, you know, how if you own a home, you know, or a car, like how you have your home or your car, how it looks, you know, how you maintain it. It could be, self-expression can be private as well, like you writing in your journal or how you think to yourself. So it could be a lot of things. But you know, it's nice to be unrestricted and have a really nice positive energy with your self-expression. What we can do is imagine anything that's holding you back and burdening you and get rid of it, right? So one way to do that is just to imagine this part of your body, like we can imagine heart chakra as well for self-expression too, because heart chakra is like enthusiasm, motivation. So that will have a big effect on the tone of your self-expression, whether it's positive or sort of like a downer kind of a thing. So your heart chakra and your 5th chakra, which is directly about communications in your throat. So we'll imagine your 4th chakra, your 5th chakra, and this whole area around your jaws and your mouth and your neck, this whole area around your chest, neck, and mouth, and back of your skull. So just imagine that whole area, kind of like if you were to wear like a scarf, you know, and then you pulled it up. So this whole area right here. And the 4th chakra. So just imagine 5th chakra, 4th chakra, and that jaw, lower skull kind of area. And just give it extra healing, and you can just observe for a second and just imagine, okay, well, what restricts and, you know, in a negative way, what is burdening my self-expression? And I want to see it as imagery around this area. And then just imagine whatever's blocking or restricting you and go ahead and melt it away or lift it out and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And breathe and just kind of readjust to that shift. Check your grounding. And then again, just imagine that area, chest, neck, jaw area, mouth, lower skull, and imagine anything that's restricting you or burdening your self-expression as something that you can see around here, and then just lift it out, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And just breathe, maybe give yourself a little jaw massage there. So again, imagine your chest, 4th chakra, neck, 5th chakra, and jaws, mouth, lower skull area. And you can sticky gold wax the whole area and have it stick to anything that's restricting your communications and self-expression. And move out the wax and the junk. Angels, here you go. And again, imagine anything in this area, chest, neck, jaw, mouth, lower skull, that is restricting your communications or self-expression. And sticky gold wax it and move out the wax and the junk. Angels, here you go. And just take a second to stretch and be aware of this area of your body, neck, shoulders, jaw, lower skull. And then, so that was healing fourth and fifth chakras and lower skull, including mouth and jaw and neck and chest. So that whole area. And we did gold light and we did sticky gold wax. Okay. And that was specifically for self-expression. Okay, so then let's do fifth chakra. Yeah, we already did fourth and fifth chakras, right? So let's do fourth and fifth layers of the aura. Because if you only do one and not the other, it's kind of weird and incomplete, I think. I mean, it's just not as effective, right? So because the fourth chakra, that circulates energy of your whole fourth layer. So if your fourth layer has junk in it, it's going to burden your fourth chakra and vice versa. So just imagine your fourth and fifth layers of both astral body and physical body auras. And just lots of gold light and unblock the fourth and fifth layers. And just imagine, hey, these are mine. This is my space. Lots of gold light there. And just ask your angels, if there are any invasive beings in this area, please recycle them. And just move in here. This is your space. So again, fourth layer, fourth chakra, enthusiasm, motivation, positivity, gratitude. And fifth layer, inner voice, peace of mind, hearing angels, communication with self and others. So again, we're unblocking and healing fourth and fifth aura layers of your astral body and physical body auras. And also your telepathic mesh area of your fifth layer. You have a telepathic mesh right here that might be all ripped up. Might not be, hopefully it's not, but we're going to repair it right now. So it's like, it's really nice. It's just this gold mesh right here, and it helps you vibrationally with telepathy, nonverbal communication. And so you can heal it and repair it. Just imagine that area and just make a copy of it out in front of you, or I guess you could do it literally, but that might be a little weird. Just make a copy of it and repair it up. It could be all ripped up. And melt away any cords from other people or any cords from invasive beings going into your telepathic mesh area. Sometimes if people are trying to get your attention, they want you to focus on them, they'll cord your telepathic mesh area and just kind of yell at you and you know, try to pipe it through your mind. So just melt away any cords going into the telepathic mesh area and repair it. So it's just a nice flowy part of your fifth layer. And unblock it. You can have sheets of hard energy around it, so you can go ahead and melt those. They would be it's in your fifth layer of your aura in the front of your neck. So deep breath. All right, so that was 4th and 5th layers and telepathic mesh, repairing and unblocking. So let's do steps. We're almost done with the healing. Let's do steps. So steps are stubborn triggered energy blocks. Energy blocks that are still triggered and they haven't cleared yet, even though we've been doing so much wonderful work. So they're probably still uncleared because they're being courted by other people. And so that kind of holds them in place. So, Abel. Sorry. I may have to go over to him. Hold on, I'll be right back. Abel, okay, so be good, Abel. There you go, good boy. All right, so steps, stubborn triggered energy blocks. So just pile them all in one place. Make copies of them out in front, because they could be in different aura layers in the front, or they could be in the top of your 7th layer. But just make a big pile of them, all the steps that you have. And they're all good to clear right now. So just melt away cords going into this pile. Abel, cut it out. Melt away cords going into the pile of energy blocks. And then you could blow up the steps if you're healing yourself, or you could just melt them. Or you could give them to your angels too, or say, angels, can you help me clear these? So let's do another batch of steps. Because sometimes you can do some and then you're like, okay, now I'm motivated to do more. So pile up in front of you your steps, stubborn triggered energy blocks. And you can bring up red earth energy if you want. That might make it easier. Soak them in red earth energy and then melt away the cords going into them with gold light. And you just imagine this, you don't have to see energy to do it. So you're melting cords, and then you can blow them up if you're healing yourself, or just melt them away. Or say, angels, help me clear these. Abel, come on. When he gets surprised, he makes this noise like you're killing him. Abel, come on. Chill out, please. Maybe Abel has some stubs. Abel, clear your stubs. Come on. So you can melt away your stubs. Or if you're having trouble, say, angels, can you help me clear these? All right, good job. So redo your grounding, make it nice and wide. Red or orange or yellow are really good colors for your grounding. And you can do a 1-color earth energy soak. Just bring up the earth energy up, and soak everything with the red earth energy or orange or yellow. You can redo your gold buffer zone. Redo your gold buffer zone. All right. So as we finish up the healing, you just say, angels, can you please give me a healing? All right, good job. We did it. Woo! Great job. So I'm going to try to do maybe like a little 18-minute chit chat right now. We'll see if my dog will allow that. So you could say how the healing was for you, if you want, in the chat. You could say, like, if you have a follow-up question about what I was talking about today, you could post it. I may have time for that. Obviously, you can always post a question under the video, any video at any time, and I'll get to it when I have a chance. So I'll catch up on. And the second healing in this set will be in 2 days on Sunday. And then the third healing in this triplet set will be on Tuesday. This is Yay for Spring. Thanks for the healing. Happy to join from India. Hello, hello. Someone says, love the manifestation wing work. Always helpful. Can you take a look at me and give me any suggestions? I have COVID now and have been struggling all spring with abdomen pain, keeping me from exercising. Yeah, so with the abdomen pain and COVID, you know, check CVGV. You do tend to have a lot of like scarring and bruising in front of your CV meridian in the first and second layers. So not only the meridian is really compressed there, but around like this whole area really, but the first and second layers right around there is all scarred up. So it's like you can imagine like the red from your aura, and it goes red, 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 black, scarry, weird, black, scarry, weird. And then your orange, second layer, orange, 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 flowy, slow, flowy, black, scarry, weird. So you don't want that, you know, you don't want like a big scarry, weird stuck section right there, right? Because that's going to impact your CV meridian a lot and how present you can be in your CV meridian. And the more present you're in it, the more safe you could be. So, you know, so keep healing CV meridian, but also and repairing, but also that you don't want that black stuck scarry area right around here. Your third layer seems to be fine, and you know, in front of that, although I think every once in a while you get punished again. One of your kids tends to have a lot of repressed anger that she just sort of, she can be like a bit like I don't know, like a force of nature. She just has a lot of repressed anger from past lives, and it's not specifically about you, but she'll throw it at you. So then at that time on that day, it'll just be like all scarred in the front, and it'll just like burn a whole scar up to your CV. But then eventually you'll heal up most of the layers, but then you tend to keep the scarring right in the first, second layers and in the CV meridian. So just, you know, be a little more thorough in your repair work. And yeah, just a heads up that she tends to do that. Your spiritual path and your creativity related path, we repaired that a lot today. So, but yeah, the CV meridian and the aura right in front of it could still use some work. So I hope that helps. But yeah, I would say it's energy attacks that then you don't fully repair from each time. Recurring energy attacks. Someone says, hi Janet, happy spring and awesome healing. Thank you. Happy spring to you too. When you imagine the spiritual path, is that part of your spirit that doesn't get into your body? Yes. Or is it just you, physical plus astral body? Yeah, I think it's a part of your spirit that doesn't come into your body. That the mini you that's on your path, yeah. Someone says, hi Janet, you healed me. I've been feeling warmth throughout areas of my body. I really like knowing I'm releasing blocked and feeling this flowing energy. Well, good, I'm glad. You're saying my niece, and you're mentioning her name, is a selective mute at school. Do I have permission to do this healing for her? Well, right now you are in all your chakras. Lately you've been in 7 through 2, so that is pretty present. And now you're in all your chakras. So, I mean, she's your niece, so you would have to get clearance from, you know, I mean, if she was an adult woman, you just get clearance from her and from your angels and her angels. But since she's a minor, then you get clearance from both her parents as well on a telepathic level. Clearance meaning permission. So yeah, and keep in mind that, you maybe start small, just because she's not used to getting energy healing and you're not used to healing her, and she may have significant past life, forces that you're not really aware of yet, and so start small. Once you get all the proper permission. Someone says, thanks for the healing, Janet. You're the best. You're welcome. Someone says, I healed myself. Thank you for the walkthrough. During the healing, I kept getting more headaches. Also, I have a routine from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. where I am so exhausted. I have been healing myself when this happens, but feels like I'm just trying to keep myself together and get stressed. Is my CV doing better? Thank you so much. I fall into the traps of naps. LOL. You seem to have a person who is very intense with you during that time of day. So it's not really just you. If it was just you, I don't think you'd have much. I mean, maybe you'd be a little lower energy during that time of day, but not to the level that you're experiencing. To the level that you're experiencing is that you have a family member that's like really like sort of jumping in your face at that time of day. I mean, if quick read, I don't have all your family members in front of me or even their initials, but it looks like a mom. But it could be like an older sister, it could be a mother-in-law, it could be, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's just not you. You're getting, someone's like going really in your face. So just kind of wash everybody out. That would be the first step, is to just, say, hey, go talk to your angels. You don't even have to know who it is who's really in your space. Just say, hey, go talk to your angels. You can imagine lifting the people out that are in your space, giving them to your angels. And because first you got to have a little bit of breathing room. Because it looks like someone just kind of body slams you on an energy level. And, people can do that meaning well. They're just like worried about you or whatever. They're more phobic or whatever. But yeah. So your headaches, GV Meridian is important as far as protecting from headaches. Also aura repair. So you have a part. I threw my AccuDoll at Abel, so I gotta get it now. Anyway, so this part of your aura behind your head still needs some more aura repair, and the GV Meridian right there still needs a little bit extra repair. It's got some leaking and some scarring. So yeah, so keep doing aura repair around this area and GV Meridian repair. Someone says, when this, hi Janet. So I think I've been moving forward a lot, but I'm really noticing how much energy and burdens I may still carry from my dad. I'm starting to love myself more, but that is deeply internalized. How am I doing, and what more can I do to let go of those ideas and beliefs he kind of forced on me I'm carrying? The image I see is, it's like there's you and there's your dad, and your dad has sort of like pushed this like billboard of his beliefs into your space, and you're kind of like pushing against it and yelling at him and like trying to get him to remove the billboard and stop pushing you. But it's like you're not really owning your power, and like a simpler way of doing it. Like you could just imagine the blob for you and the blob for him and the billboard of his beliefs that he's shoving into your space, and just lift out the billboard and give it to your angels, and just lift out the part of his energy that's in your space and give it to your angels. So it's like very surgical, very calm, gold light, so it doesn't harm anybody, but just like be more zen about it, and just don't be so resistant and so like physical about it. It's just like a thing. You just lift it out, surround it with gold light and lift it out. So yeah, I would say try less hard. Just do it more on an energy level. Someone says, "Oh, you're mentioning who you are, which helps." Oh, no, somebody's commenting to somebody else. Yeah, if you could not go back and forth with each other, because you don't know each other, and I would prefer, like, sometimes people don't want to participate because they don't really want people in their space, so it's just better not to go back and forth with people in this. I know in other people's live streams it's sort of a free-for-all and everybody comments on everybody else's stuff. But you could just have everyone have their own space and don't chit-chat to someone that you don't know. Someone says, "Thank you for the healing, feeling the changes." Oh, good. So it says, "Any feedback from angels or yourself what I should be working on currently?" I think I'm aware of who you are, but I'm not 100% sure because I have like 5 billion people with that first name. Not really, but you know what I mean. But I would say just that video, "Get Present in Second and First Chakras," would be nice if you search Janet Wright, "Get Present in 2-1." Because you're in 7 through 3 right now, but your second and first layers are like really, really compressed. The ones closest to your body. So that video, "Get Present in Second and First Chakras," is a nice one for that. So it says, "I feel so much better. You healed me and I healed myself. Still feeling a little triggered, but the creativity, self-expression, path clearing oddly helped." I assume triggering is CV blocks in first layer. So I guess your basic question is, why am I still triggered? It's not just first layer. I would say there's some heart chakra stuff, fourth layer stuff, fifth layer stuff. Yeah, I would say it's fourth and fifth layer. So yeah. You don't really need to know that. You can just keep doing steps, but since you're curious, I would say it's fourth and fifth layer. Someone says, "Would like to know what has me give up my space through the willingness of being a devotee. This is draining and cost is high. How can I heal this? Thanks for healing me." I'm not sure what you're getting at. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're saying you like overbond to teachers or something. Yeah, I'm not clear on all that. Give up your space, the willingness of being a devotee. I mean, I would just say if you have teachers that you've overbonded to or that you've bonded to, in an unclean way, just melt the cords. Just imagine a blob for you, a blob for different blobs for different teachers or authority figures, and just melt all the cords. Don't touch their space, but just, from you to like the air in front of you, and just melt all the cords. So there are no cords going from your mentors to you or from you to your mentors. Hope that helps. Someone says, and you can always call your energy back from anybody, just a big gold sun, some big gold 3D object, and just use it as a magnet to call your energy back to yourself, and then have your angels clean it out. Angels, please clean this out and give it back to yourself. And you can wash anybody's energy out of your space, any from teachers or mentors, maybe accidentally, or subconsciously. Maybe the person has an invasive style, or maybe it's just an accident. Just wash out any pieces of energy that are from teachers or mentors that's in your space, in your aura or your chakras or anywhere, in your grounding. Someone says, "Thank you so much, Janet. You healed me and I healed myself. I feel so much more relaxed." Oh, good. I loved the muscle jaw work and the clearing of the self-expression path. Loved hearing able to, made me laugh. Yeah, it's not as funny if you hear it all the time. But yeah, he's a character. Someone says, "Haha, the dogs are so cute." Yes. They're like the Three Stooges. Someone says, "Oh, I hope he's okay." Yeah, he has some issues that are just sort of persistent. They're survivors of laboratory research. So like him and my other senior, they were like 8 years getting pharmaceutical drug testing. So, you know, that's probably why there's so much weird things wrong with them, because they just had a really unhealthy, you know, early and middle part of their life. But we're doing our best with them to give them their best life. Someone says, you healed me and my wife. Yes. I was feeling very heavy before the session and now feel very light. Oh, wonderful. Thanks. That's nice to know. Thank you, Janet. You're welcome. Someone says, pet life. Yes. Someone says, thank you for the healing. You're welcome. Someone says, hi, Janet. The headache I had this afternoon is home with the healing. Maybe gone with the healing? Yeah, maybe that was like spell check or something that corrected you. Hopefully it's gone with the healing. Tomorrow I have an exam to make my job at the university permanent. Am I very present? Thanks. Yeah, you are. You're in all your chakras right now. Yeah. You could keep doing GVCV work to, you know, because like GV is like assertiveness, you know, so and in 7th chakra is confidence, you know, so that could be nice. A little GVCV, 7th and 4th maybe too. 4th is like motivation and enthusiasm. 7th is confidence. But you know, yeah, you look like you're in good shape. Your angels give me a thumbs up. Plus you just got the healing, of course. Someone says, thank you, Janet. How did, and you're mentioning your friends' names, how did they do with the healing? Did she get over her nervousness? Well, yeah, that's going to take more than one healing. She enjoyed the healing, though. Yeah, nervousness, you know, it's deep. It's many things. It's something over time. But yeah, they both enjoyed it. They were both smiling at me, so they liked it. Someone says, just saying hi from Croatia. Oh, fascinating. We'll watch this later. Go, go. I didn't have that in my country count. You guys should tell me when you're traveling, tell me ahead of time so I can spice up my country count with all the different places you are. Someone says, just joined from Falls Church, Virginia. Well, hello, welcome, welcome. Thanks, Janet. That was so helpful. Oh, good. Thanks so much, Janet. Someone says, good to know about still being triggered. I was horribly triggered last night and had a really hard time clearing. Guess I wasn't focused on the right layers. Thanks, Janet. Well, but you could use stabs, you know, and then you wouldn't have to know where it is. You know, just put the copies out in front of you. Yeah, or you could like, you know, just, I mean, because the thing is, the more present you are, the more effective work you're able to do. And it looks like last night when you said I was really triggered, you were only in 7 through 3, but you're capable these days of being in all your chakras. So you could start from that, you know, like, is my grounding okay? Yes. Okay, I'm only in 7 through 3. That's weird. Let me get more present, you know? So therefore, oh, my first and second layers are too cramped and compressed. My first and second chakras are too tight and blocked. So let me work on getting as present as possible. Then if I still feel triggered, zip, 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 I can do much faster, more effective work. If you're only in 7 through 3, or for other people who are less present, maybe they're only in their 7th and their 6th chakras, you know, you're kind of like, you know, it's just harder to do anything. So focus on getting as present as possible first. You know, assess intuitively, oh, okay, I think I'm in my upper chakras down to my 3rd chakra. Okay, well, then that means my lower chakras need work, you know, my inner aura layers need work. So for other people that don't know, that video, Get Present in 2nd and 1st chakras, is nice for that, for lower chakras. I'll link it below later. All right, so I got to get these dogs outside. So this is nice. It was actually pretty much the amount of time I wanted to spend. So like I said, there'll be, well, this whole month, like all the 5 healings this month, the 5 group healings I'm doing are on creativity and self-expression. Of course, all the other cool stuff that we do too, just to get you more present and safe and happy. So looking forward to it all. Hope you are too. And you're awesome for working on yourself. And I will show you some Beagle Cam for a minute before, well, for a couple seconds before we rush out the back door to the yard. Okay, so you're awesome, and here are my beagles. Abel, you want to go outside? There's Izzy, there's Daisy. Alrighty, you guys are awesome. Of course, Abel, after all that commotion, he's not even getting up.